Hi, writer friends. This video is for you if you love coming up with ideas and being in that initial inspired state. You love the play and the freedom and the flow. And if anyone tries to limit your imagination, you'll punch them. However, you have a piece of writing to finish and tangible progress eludes you. Hi, I'm Meg Heyertz. I'm the author of Tarot for Beginners and the founder of Creative Momentum, where we help writers free their voice, nourish their practice, and finish their project. So you really value that free flow. And when you try to turn an idea into a story or a book, you get so bored, like the life force is just draining out of you. You already came up with the idea, and that was the fun and important part, and implementing it just makes you feel like a robot, like a sad, resentful robot. Or maybe you have an interest in carrying out the project and seeing it through, but when you try to organize and structure all those little pieces you've come up with, you feel so overwhelmed and scattered. Um, you just can't find a path forward no matter how hard you try. Or maybe you've successfully completed many stories and books in the past, but you're trying to come back after a harsh critique, or you're thinking, I don't know if I can pull it off again. Not finishing a project that's important to us is a really painful place to be, whatever the reason. And, because we want to contribute something meaningful to the collective, and we think we can't. And the reason we think we can't often goes all the way back to negative experiences we had when we were learning to write in school, perhaps, or perhaps in college or at a job. And, many of us have negative associations with the structuring phase of the process specifically because we have formative memories of structure being imposed on our writing or on our ideas in a way that was emotionally violent. Maybe we received the message that our ideas are stupid or that our interests aren't relevant or marketable or that we're lazy or flighty or uncommitted or not intelligent enough to carry out our projects. And the sad state of things is that it's really common to have gotten those messages. And if you're someone who had experiences that separated you from your creativity, and if in school or work you've found it challenging to finish writing projects that you're proud of, that makes total sense because that dynamic keeps replaying. And why would you want to invest your time and energy in writing to someone else's standards, for someone else's purpose, at the cost of your own imagination? And it follows that because in the past, writing has felt alienating, embarrassing, shameful, boring, frustrating, exhausting, we don't invest in developing the practical skills necessary now for turning an idea into a beautiful, finished piece that moves our readers and has an impact in the world. So there's a degree to which completing a piece of writing is simply a matter of learning the practical skills. But the real key is we have to want to learn and apply those skills. And in order to want to learn and persevere in outlining, constructing, building out a story or thesis and completing it, we have to believe in the potential of our voice. And we have to be on a path that allows the truth of our story to reveal itself to us, rather than a path of carrying out someone else's vision or someone else's style to meet someone else's expectations. In order to finish your project, you have to believe that your perception of your own lived experience is valid and that your observations, what you pick up on, your interests are relevant because you trust your self-worth and you trust your life. And this trust in your experience is unrelated to being right or wrong, but has everything to do with the heart of your story. And once your inner compass orients towards that heart, you find yourself capable of doing the work of actually telling the story and sharing it with the world. So, my prompt for you, if this resonates, is to take some nice time alone, go for a walk, curl up with a cup of tea, take yourself out on a date, and have a conversation with yourself about how much do you actually trust your own perspective. And if there are parts of you that don't take your perspective seriously, ask them why. Those inner critic voices care about you and are trying to protect you. So ask them what they want for you or what inner child part they're trying to protect. And then breathe and feel how valid your breath is. Feel how valid the sensations in your heart are. Remind yourself how capable and supported you are. And then notice if an intention arises. It might be right away, or it might take a few days or a few weeks, but trust that you've planted the seed of an inquiry that will take you where you need to go. And if you have a writing project that means a lot to you, but is stalled out or going in circles, or you're not sure how to develop a great idea or how to write the middle of the piece, I invite you to join us for our upcoming workshop, Creative Strategy for Writers, Turning Plans into Projects. All genres and experience levels are welcome. We will do exercises to heal your creativity, find your story, and gain skills that will carry you beyond the idea phase. And you'll find that structuring phase is actually really fun. And so if you're feeling overwhelmed or stuck in your writing, or if your inner critic is telling you that you're not capable or relevant, come get support and community and heal your relationship with your inner voice so that you can reimagine your creative process. Trust your ideas, collaborate with your ideas, play in the structuring phase of the writing process, and write a story or book that has more impact than you could have imagined. You are capable of accomplishing your writing goals, including turning that book idea or that beginning into an actual beautiful, complete manuscript and making a positive impact in the world through your writing. Books change lives, books save lives. If you are feeling called to contribute love and care and protection through the form of storytelling, do not stop yourself. Your story is needed. So, whether you come to the creative strategy workshop or get your support elsewhere, trust your voice and get both community support and craft support so you can persevere in telling the story that only you can tell. Take care and happy creating.